Hello everyone, Camilla here from Decodable Readers Australia. This would have to be one of my favourite episodes. Today I'm going to show you how to maximise the use of decodable readers and give you 7 different strategies to incorporate these books into a structured literacy classroom. So let's dive straight in. Number 1, cumulative practice. This is the most common use for decodable readers. It is extremely important that students have cumulative practice reading controlled text. That's text that contain the letter sound correspondences that students have explicitly been taught. And our little readers offer that opportunity for students to practice over 20 titles per level. So cumulative practice equals our number 1 use. Now, number 2, modelled reading. It's important that when teaching students to read, to give them opportunities to see exemplar practice. Students need to see all of those skills being displayed so that they can see what a skilled reader would look like. Now, our decodable readers come in big books, and this nice big text allows this model practice to occur. Now, we should be modelling the concepts of print, the one-to-one correspondence, the directionality. We could even model how to sound out a word if we get to a word and we don't know what it says, that sounding out process, the blending as you read process, the attendance to punctuation if there's different punctuation in a text. And most importantly, when students learn to read, they start quite robotically. So it's important for them to hear and see what a fluent reader looks like and what they do with that tracking of the finger and that fluent reading rather than that robot reading. So modelled reading comes as our skill number 2 using decodable readers, especially if you've got access to the big books. All right, number 3. Comprehension. Checking for understanding and developing rich language comprehension are essential components of the reading process. When we have a look at the simple view of reading, which is an evidence-based theoretical model of the reading process, we can see decoding is on one side. That's working out what the words say. And then on the other side, we have linguistic comprehension. And that's really what words mean, the structure of words and the meaning behind the words within the text. And together, those 2 components equaled skilled reading comprehension. Now, here at Decodable Readers Australia, we understand that. So in the back cover of all of our texts, we have rich comprehension questions already set for teachers. These are designed so that teachers can engage their students in rich oral discussions right at literal level, moving through to inferential level, which means that students can really develop their oral language skills during this process. And these can be found in the back of each text. So comprehension is number 3 and an essential part of the reading process, but it also leads me to number 4, vocabulary. Explicit teaching of vocabulary is another essential component of the reading process. We need to make sure that we are teaching students explicitly those tier 2 type words. What that means is there are 3 tiers of vocabulary. Tier 1 is that everyday language, those words that students should be already familiar with. They know and can use these types of words in everyday language. The only time that you have students that may struggle in Tier 1 words are students with English as second language or those with severe learning disabilities. Now, Tier 2 is where the excitement happens. These are the types of words that students will be able to understand if explicitly taught. They're given multiple contexts that they can apply these words within, and they're even given non-examples as well to help them understand what these words are. And this really develops their oral vocabulary, and eventually this transfers into their written expression as well. So teaching Tier 2 words is extremely important. In our decodable readers, we have embedded a Tier 2 word in every single one of our texts, and this can be found at the back of the book. Even in our SATPIN level, our level 1, if we haven't embedded it in the text, we've also got an implied meaning. So when Stan's spitting water at the tap, Well, he's being a bit mischievous or cheeky, and these are the types of words that we categorize as our tier 2 words. As we move up into level 2 all the way to level 8, we actually have those words embedded into our text. So decodable readers can be used for vocabulary instruction as part of your wider process of teaching vocabulary. All right, number 5. Word work. We have to stop thinking of decodable readers as a whole text and how we can actually use them in other ways. And if we start thinking at word level, well, ideas can be endless. So let's have a look at some word work style activities that you can do with decodable readers. I have our big book back here again, and if we have a look at just at word level, what we could do with a page like this. The beauty is we have controlled text, so the letter sound correspondences that we've explicitly taught are now here in this text. So we don't even have to try and think of all those words, they're right here. What we could do with this text is become sound investigators and have a look at any words that maybe have the short it sound. So let's have a look. We've got spins and in and grins and tricks. So if each child has their little book, or you've got a big book, you can investigate sounds within words and find them within a page. So we don't have to read the whole text. We can start looking at decodable readers at word level as well. What else we could do is do word building. Grab your letter sound tiles and start building words to build to some of the words on here. For example, this word here, we could start with in, then we could move to pin, then we could move to spin, and then spins. So that addition, sound addition at letter sound grapheme level. And so there's so much you can do with just a page like this, and being word detectives from word building, addition and deletion of sounds using that grapheme level, so moving from phoneme level to grapheme level as well. But ideas are absolutely endless. What we need to do is think at word level, because word work using decodable readers can open up so many different activities, and that's why it's hit our list. All right, number 6. Dictation. Dictation is the process where students will record a sentence that has been given to them orally by the teacher. It is a controlled text using letter sound correspondences that have been explicitly taught. For a teacher, it's used as an assessment tool to really understand that phonics knowledge and that application process to the writing of a sentence. So not only do we see that letter sound correspondence knowledge, but do they have spaces between their words? Do they have punctuation where necessary, and capitalization as well? For a student, what this allows them to do is apply their knowledge at sentence level without the complexity of forming the sentence. So they can really concentrate on their phonics knowledge and their sentence conventions knowledge as well. Now, where do decodable readers fit into this? Well, students are reading these types of sentences in their supported practice and independent practice time. So why not bring in decodable readers at dictation level? These sentences are already formed in these books and students are familiar with them as well. So we can use these controlled text as our dictation sentences. What's great about this is at the end of the dictation, students can open up their books and do that self-checking. Go to the page where the sentence is and do that cross-check with the teacher as well, and any teachable moments can happen. But why not use decodable readers for dictation? All right, number 7, writing. Why not reverse the use of decodable readers? Decodable readers can be used for writing as well. We have the most beautiful images in our text that will really prompt the sentence structures that will contain those letter sound correspondences that have been explicitly taught, like the stick is stuck in the rock. Now, focusing in on that k sound, this type of image will really prompt a sentence that will have those letter sound correspondences. And as as you can see from other examples, teachers are using decodable readers for writing. Those rich images will really allow a sentence formation using the phonics knowledge being taught. Now, why not even use some of the images to prompt you as a teacher to bring in some props? Because prop writing can also be fun and engaging for the students as well. Now, you can see that decodable readers aren't just for reading, they can be used for the writing process as well. And in fact, I have just given you 7 different uses for decodable readers. So I challenge you to put these into your structured literacy programs.